Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. The strong financial power of the United States has driven many foreign companies to invest in the United States and participate in certain projects controlled by the US government. One is to make money, and the other is to cooperate with American companies to get more orders. But because of what the United States did in the past few years, many foreign-funded companies hated it and stayed away from the United States. There are also 2 Chinese companies that have withdrawn from American projects. Please forgive me, China cannot participate in this meeting. What happened? The United States always talks about security. The United States has repeatedly emphasized the security of the 5G agreement and tried to persuade other countries to abandon their suppliers. This also allows big companies such as Ericsson and Nokia to get more orders. In the field of chips, the United States has restricted all chip production in the world on the grounds of safety, forcing several large companies, such as ASML and TSMC, to follow their own regulations and cannot supply a certain company. The above are just a small part of the US's security concerns. In fact, there are many things related to safety. Although it looks safe on the surface, the real intention is obvious. Of course, the business opportunities and financial situation in the United States are very good. If the national companies want to make profits, they must follow the demand. Take the United States as an example, and China Mobile and China are both involved in the cable projects on the 2 continents of Europe and Asia. 2 Chinese communication companies each invested $100 million, accounting for 20% of the project in total. Other participants in the project include Microsoft, Telecom Egypt, Orange, Subcom, etc. Together they formed a gigantic internet fiber project. From the perspective of participants, this plan is very good. Especially the 2 largest companies in China have joined in, which proves the importance of this plan. The project is scheduled to be completed in 2025 and will connect internet cables from Europe to Asia. However, the project is not progressing satisfactorily. So far, 2 Chinese companies, China Mobile and China Telecom, have announced their withdrawal from the project. As for the $100 million, I don't care. How is this going? Why did Chinese companies withdraw from this plan? In the final analysis, it is still because of the habits of Americans. In many ways, Americans will create an atmosphere that makes it difficult to do business with peace of mind. This has led to many uncertainties in the investment of foreign-funded enterprises in Americans. Instead of sitting still and waiting to die, it is better to take the initiative to attack. In addition, the fiber optic cable projects in Europe and Asia have undergone some changes when the lead unit is determined. It was originally planned that China Jiangsu Henning Offshore Optical Fiber Network System Company, Limited will be the lead unit and carry out the construction. The final outcome is the Subcom company in the United States. Although the proportion of Chinese companies in this project is not large, their influence and participation in the project construction should not be underestimated. In addition, China's Jiangsu Henning Submarine Cable Company, as the world's largest submarine cable provider, also has the conditions to undertake the project. In the past, It might not be interesting to change suppliers, but now is the time for the United States to bid frequently. The United States has been making troubles in chips, 5G, space stations, etc., and even Biden threatened to impose sanctions on China and signed lithography technology contracts with the Netherlands, Japan and other countries. The U.S. media also said that the U.S. intends to cut off all ties with Huawei-related U.S. companies. All kinds of signs are showing the downturn in the business environment. If China Mobile and China Telecom have been in this plan, it will be difficult to guarantee that there will be no accidents in the future. It is better to be proactive than to sit still. It might be argued that since the situation has not turned out as expected, there is no reason for a hypothetical response to it. It can only be said that as the United States changes the rules time and time again, everything is possible. It's like no one expected that Huawei would be subject to 4 waves of supervision from the very beginning. Many foreign companies have been treated unfairly in the United States, which cannot be described in words. In the past, the U.S. market was very attractive and suitable for doing business, so many foreign-funded companies did business in the U.S. and made a lot of money. But things have changed a lot over the years and it's not what it used to be. Huawei's market share in the United States continues to decline, its mobile phone business volume has dropped to 0, and its communication devices have also been compulsorily destroyed by the United States. I won't talk about other things, but it's always good to plan ahead. Especially after the United States has changed its attitude towards them several times in a row. If China Mobile and China Telecom continue to intervene, then their future will be hard to say. This project is in charge of the American company, and they can decide which company will profit from it after the project is completed. In order to ensure the initiative of the market, preparations must be made in advance. Divestment will not hurt these 2 companies, but it is a bright future for them. If you agree with the views of this video, please give it a like, and you can also comment and share below.